Hello dear children, welcome once again to your channel Computer Science with Meena Dobra. Hope all of you are doing great. Hope all of you are hale and hearty. In this video, I am back with part 4 of Lattice Code series that I recently started for writing string-based codes in Python. There are 3 parts of this series on string-based codes already on the channel. I hope you have watched them. Just in case you have not watched them, do watch them, and I'll provide their links in video's description. Fine. Let's see what part 4 has to tell us. Now, what part 4, the code problem, now it's in front of all of you. It says that, it reads that, accept a string from the user at runtime. Fine. Runtime पर आप user से एक string लीजिए. Create a second string that stores all letters of the first string in reverse case and all characters apart from the letters as it is. So you have to create another string in which you will be storing everything from first string, but in such a manner that the uppercase letters of the first string will go to the second string after being converted to lowercase, and the lowercase letters from the first string will go after being converted into uppercase in the second string, and rest everything else, like if there are spaces or there are digits or there are special symbols, they will go as it is, like they won't be changed before being sent to the second string. So we have to form a new string from the help of an original string entered by the user at runtime. After making changes, like after creating the second string, we have to display both the strings. Let me show you an example. See, if this is your string, example string, like Python came in 1991, where Python is in uppercase altogether, fine, and came is in lowercase, in is in lowercase, and then there are digits, and these words, they are separated with spaces. So the output of the string should be original string we have to display, and then we have to display the reverse case string such that capital P changes to, all capital letters will change to lowercase. I mean, they have to be sent after being converted to lowercase to the second string, and all the lowercase letters, like K is written over here, so C is capital, A is capital, M is capital, E is capital, and here everything that was in caps was changed to lowercase. Similarly here in also, I capital was changed to capital I, and N capital was changed to capital N before it could be stored in S2. So the second string, fine, and spaces and digits, they were sent as it is to the second string. So we have to form a new string with the help of an entered string such that the letters of the original string should be converted into their opposite case before being assigned to the second string, and rest everything will remain same. Fine. So let's see the code for this. So here's a screenshot of the code, and I'm going to do the dry run over here for all of you. So the first statement is that we are asking the user to enter a string, and we are storing it in S1. So S1 is going to store the reference to a string entered by the user. Now this is my target string. This S1 is my source string, and S2 is going to be the string that I'll be creating afresh. Fine. So I have created S2 with the help of, I've created S2 as a blank string, because you have in Python, objects are created when they are assigned a value. Fine. So I have assigned a blank string, like two quotes together without anything in between, a blank string to S2. So now S2 is initially blank. So this is S1. For example, Python came in 1991. My S2, I'm starting with a blank string. Fine. And I'll be populating it with characters of the S1 string, like the first string, as per the code requirements. Fine. Now I'm using a value-based loop to loop over S1. Fine. I loop over it character by character. Each character of S1, like one character of S1 will be brought into C variable. This is the loop variable in every iteration, and then we are going to check C for these conditions. Fine. So there are two conditions, and then if both of these conditions are false, we have an else part also. Fine. So let's see what the first condition is. First thing is that if the character that you fetched from S1 in the current iteration is in lowercase, so this is C dot is lower. Find if C dot is lower. Equal to true, we need not write, because obviously when the condition of if is going to be true, then only it is going to enter into the block of if, and same goes for elif. Fine. So if C dot is lower, now is lower function returns boolean value true if the object or the character or the string that you are invoking it with is in lowercase, otherwise it returns false. And is upper, that I've used in the second elif condition, in the first elif condition, is going to return true when the character associated with it, when its invoking object, which obviously would be a string object, is in uppercase. If the otherwise it is going to return false. So now we are checking if the case of C is lower. So I am calling this function C dot is lower. Okay. Then what do I have to do? Like strings can be concatenated. This plus operator of Python is an overloaded operator. Like it can be used to add numbers, it can be used to join strings, join lists, join tuples. So we can concatenate two strings with the help of plus operator. Fine. So this plus is going to if the case of the letter fetched from S1 in the current iteration is lowercase, then we have to add to S2. Like S2 is equal to S2 plus C dot upper. Now I hope you are clear with these functions, like is lower does what and is upper does what. There is a dedicated video on my channel for this. I'll provide the link in description. So is lower checks if the case is in uppercase and returns a boolean value. Is upper checks if the case of the string or the character is in uppercase and returns a boolean value, whereas these two functions, lower and upper, they are for conversion. Fine. Conversion to the respective case, lower converts to lowercase, upper converts to uppercase. So like if C dot is lower, is the character that is being fetched in the current iteration is in lowercase, then we have to convert that character into uppercase. So I'll write C dot upper, and I have to add this to the current value of my S2 string, the second string, and then this, the result of this has to be assigned back to S2. Fine. So S2 will be updated with every iteration. Either it will get the uppercase equivalent of the lowercase character of the current iteration, or it is going to get the lowercase equivalent of an uppercase character in this current iteration. Or if the character is not the element that you're fetching is not a character, it's not an alphabet, then it will be added as it is to the target string. Fine. So this condition is clear. Then if it is not in lowercase, then in the second condition, we are going to check if C dot is upper is true. That means if C is in uppercase, character fetched in the current iteration is in uppercase. If that is the case, then I am going to be adding. At first, I'll convert this this C dot lower is going to convert that character into lowercase, and then here I've used shortened assignment operator because you should be clear. We can even write like this. This expands to this only, that S2 is equal to S2 plus C dot low. So whatever is the current content of S2, add to it the lowercase equivalent of the character, uppercase character, and assign the result like back to S2. So S2 will get updated. Okay, na? Then if the character is not in being fetched is not in lowercase, not in uppercase, then we'll come to like both these conditions. If they evaluate to false, then we have to add to S2 the character that is the fetched in this loop variable for the current iteration as it is. So like my S2 is getting updated under these three conditions. Either of these one will work, and depending upon the character in the current iteration, and S2 will be updated with every iteration. So all the characters of S1 will eventually reach S2 in the desired manner. After this for loop is over, we can print original string is equal to S1 and reverse case string is equal to S2. So this is actually, we are making our own Swapcase code. We have the Swapcase function that is used to convert the cases of the letters to their opposite versions. But we are not using Swapcase, and we are making this through code. Fine. So let's now quickly fill this table. S1 is this. First character fetched would be capital P. It's going to come into this condition. It's not in lowercase, it is in uppercase. So this condition will evaluate to true. C dot is upper is true. So S2 is equal to C dot lower. So what S2 is already having, see, it's having quotes. So it's going to look somewhat like this. I'll show you for first 2-3 iterations. Quotes plus lowercase of capital P is small p, and then this is going to get assigned to S2. So this is going to evaluate to like blank string plus small p, this is p. So my character is going to be small p, that is going to go into S2. Similarly, when y will be fetched next character in the next iteration, again this condition will be evaluated to true, because is lower is false, Python will move to the next elif block, and is upper is true, so S2 will get whatever was there in S2, like it was already having small p, so small p plus small y, c dot lower. Fine, this is going to be converted into lowercase, and my target string will become p y, like this. Fine, so it is how this worked. This worked like S2 is equal to small p plus lowercase of capital Y small y, and this was my result. Fine, children. Similarly, when the next character will be fetched, that is also in uppercase. So my string at present is py, so it is going to be like S2 is equal to py plus small case of t, lowercase of t, and what is this going to become? What is S2 now going to contain? pyt small case. Fine. Next character h again is upper will become true. So what is my S2 at present? My S2 at present is pyt, and I'm going to concatenate it with the lowercase version of h, small h, and thereafter my string will become pyth. Fine. Then capital O again is upper will become true. So what is my S2 at present? My S2 at present is pyth, and I'm going to add to it c dot lower, that is small o, and my string will now become pytho. Fine, pytho all in small case. Now capital N again is upper will be true. So what is my S2 at present? My S2 at present is pytho, and I'm going to concatenate it with S2 is equal to S2 plus c dot is c dot lower. So lowercase of n, and now my S2 will become Python. Okay, so this is what my string is going to contain. Fine. Now space comes. So it's space. Neither this condition will be true is lower, nor c is in uppercase. So this is going to go into the else part, and as it is like space will be concatenated. It's going to work like this. See, I'll show you. S2 is equal to current content of S2 is Python plus there is a space that you have fetched. See here it's a space now. So my string S2 will now contain Python and a space. Fine, I'm not showing it like this with the help of this dash. Now next character that will be fetched is small c. So now very first condition evaluates to true. Small c is lower is true. So my actual string is like this, Python and a space. So to it, when the string character fetched is in lowercase, we have to convert it into uppercase using the upper function and then concatenate them. Fine. So what is S2 now going to contain? Python space, here is a space, and then it is capital C. Fine. Next, for small a also it's going to work like this. S2 like Python C will be concatenated with small a ka uppercase version, that is capital A space capital C plus of uppercase of a, that is capital A, and my string is now going to be like this, Python space CA. Fine. So now I've taken up enough of these cases, so I'll do it directly. Fine, I'll not write it over here, I'll do it directly. I'm sure you must have understood by now the flow in which the if-elif blocks are working. And for what is going to happen for small m, it will be like added to this Python space CA, after this n will be converted to capital A, and then this it will be concatenated. So it is going to be like now this in this iteration, Python underscore capital CAM. For E again, it will be like the current content of S2. Added to it will be the uppercase equivalent of E, like this, K. Till here we have converted. Now in these like for space, None of the conditions will be true. So else part, what is the else part going to do? It is simply going to add the space character as it is to the S2 string. So my string is now going to look like this. Fine. Then small I, inka small I. So obviously when the character is in lowercase, first condition is true and my character will be added to the second string after being converted into capital version, its capital equivalent. So this is the current status of S2 with small n coming in the next iteration. Again, it's is lower is true. So what is S2 presently containing? That to that the capital equivalent of small n will be joined. So this is now going to be like this. Fine, this is I. Okay. For space, no change, it's going to go into the else part. None of the conditions like evaluate to true, so it is going to go to the else part. And yes, of course, space will be added to the S2 string as it is. No conversions for anything apart from letters A to Z. Fine. Then digits. Take it for digits again. Is lower is false, is upper is false, and else part will add it directly to the without any changes to the S2 string. Fine. So S2 will now be concatenated with the digit 1. Fine. For 9 also it is going to go into the else part because 9 is neither a lowercase character nor an uppercase character. So the flow will move into the else block and 9 will be added to the current contents of S1 here like this. Fine. Again this 1991 second 9, this again is going to go into the else part and whatever is the current content of my S2 string, 9 is going to be added to it and S2 will change accordingly. Fine. Then the last element will be picked up. After this the for loop will end, which again is a digit. So again we move to the else part and we concatenate this thing. This is capital C, children. Okay. In and now this is 1991. So this is my final string that I'm going to get. Final S2 because all characters of S1 have been traversed and this for loop will end and I'll come out. The original string will be displayed like this. Python came in 1991 and the reverse case string will be displayed like this, like with all uppercase characters in lowercase and all lowercase characters in uppercase, rest everything as it is. So this was the code and it's dry run. I hope you've understood it. Now let's try it practically. So I have made this code over here already and I'm going to I've taken the sample string, though I'll be showing it to you with different sample strings. Like what if my letters are not there? What if only one type of letter is there? So I'll run it now and I'll enter this as my string. So see this output, original string and the target string. Target string is like the second string, reversed case string with all characters of the original string in reverse form. Fine. I run this code again and now say suppose I enter 1991 only. So my reverse case string will remain 1991 because for these 4 iterations, like I've entered a 4-letter string, length 4 string. So it is going to be for every character fetched, else part will be executed. See, if there is no letter, the string remains unchanged. If there is a letter, then the string will contain the same letter but in its opposite case. So now suppose I write Python 1991. So you all know what is going to happen. Like P will become in small case and YTHON here over here, it's going to be in uppercase. Fine. So I hope you've understood how this program worked and I hope you found it useful. Still, if you have any queries, do ask me in the comment section. Watch all 4 parts because they are like, the more we practice through code, the more perfection we attain. Fine. So this was about part 4, children. I hope you liked this and till we meet again, as I always say in the end, happy learning, bacha. God bless you. Take care. Bye bye. So my smiley is now complete. Bye bye.